Hello, good evening. I am Ajit Kumar Jha, and I'm the editor of the Public Global and the CEO of Power Pixar. And today in the Public Global, we are going back to Tamil Nadu. We are going to focus on it all over again because Tamil Nadu has become the number one bone of contention, the number one point of conflict between the NDA government led by Mr. Narendra Modi in the center and the DMK government led by Mr. Stalin in Tamil Nadu. And I was thinking of taking the whole program in a different direction. I was planning to actually work on the strengths of Tamil literature, the history of Tamil literature ever since the Sangam, and other sort of traditions. But instead, this whole issue of Tamil versus Hindi, the imposition of the national education policy, the three language formula, has taken on a new turn. And therefore, we need to update our viewers on what the new issues all over again are. And let me start with our education minister in the center, Mr. Dharmender Pradhan, who's actually from Orissa. And recently, and he should have been from Orissa, not from the hardcore Hindi heartland, he should be more sensitive to the issue of this attempt to impose national education policy on Tamil Nadu. And he's an educated person. He should know the history of this entire issue. But instead, while replying to a question by DMK MP T. Sumati, who asked him who asked him in parliament, who asked Mr. Dharmender Pradhan in parliament, why rupees 2,000 crore, imagine, think of the amount of money, rupees 2,000 crore of Prime Minister's Shri funds for Tamil Nadu were diverted to other states due to its opposition to the national education policy. Why so? Mr. Pradhan, while replying, he actually got so upset that he ended up calling the Tamil Nadu MPs as uncivilized, quote, uncivilized, so this is the term used by Dharmender Pradhan in parliament. And this is very, very embarrassing, very shameful. In fact, later on, and this is just 10th March, about 5 days ago, when he said that, the questioner asked him, and I quote again because this is a parliament question, she said, "Is it right to deny funds for the education of children and use it as a revenge tool against the state government of Tamil Nadu? Will the union government, will the NDA government, the central government, assure the parliament that no states will face fund cuts for rejecting a policy not mandated by law?" Pradhan was in his address. Pradhan, of course, when he realized, he used two terms. He said Tamil Nadu MPs are undemocratic and uncivilized. When she protested and other DMK leaders protested in parliament, and they asked him, is this the way an education minister of Tamil Nadu should speak? They asked whether Prime Minister Narendra Modi would approve of this language. Then Dharmender Pradhan realized what he was saying, and then he withdrew his comment, the word uncivilized, but he stuck to the word undemocratic. Now, the thing is, later, of course, MK Stalin attacked, when he spoke, he attacked the arrogance of the center, and he pointed out in in his tweet on X, he pointed out that in this case, Dharmendra Pradhan and the center deny Tamil Nadu its rightful funds and then have the audacity to call Tamil Nadu MPs uncivilized. You are insulting the people of Tamil Nadu. I'm using his tweet from Chief Minister Stalin's. He said, does Honorable Prime Minister at Narendra Modi approve of this? What a sort of, look at the language of Dharmendra Pradhan, look at the language of Mr. Stalin. Honorable Prime Minister, will he approve of this? Wasn't it you who wrote to me? He points out in his tweet message, wasn't it you meaning Dharmendra Pradhan, who wrote to me stating that Tamil Nadu has completely rejected national new education policy, the 3-language policy, and the PM Shri MOU, Stalin asked on X. Mr. Pradhan, we act only according to the will of the people. Unlike you, we do not take orders from Nagpur, meaning RSS, because Nagpur is the headquarters of the RSS. So Stalin is pointing out, we will neither implement your flawed policies, nor can anyone force us to do so. This is absolutely candid, very bold language. First, answer this, and I'm continuing with Chief Minister, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin's message on X. First, answer this. Can you release the rightful funds for Tamil Nadu students? And we are talking about what? 2,000 crore. Remember, the tax revenue that you collected from us. So this is not, the money of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. This is the money that Tamil Nadu collected as tax from Tamil Nadu and gave it to the center, whereby, sort of funds are released for state government schools. So he said, Mr. Stalin pointed out, first answer this, can you release the rightful funds for Tamil Nadu students, the tax revenue you have collected from us or not? He asked further. So, in fact, Congress MP Sashikant Senthil also condemned the Union Minister Pradhan and said he used terms against the state simply because Tamil Nadu rejected the national education policy, which according to him attempts to impose Hindi through the back door. Now, this row between the center and the state of Tamil Nadu continues. This has become now a very serious issue. And not only this, later on, it took another form. And most of you might be aware of that Tamil Nadu in their budget, which was, I think, passed on Friday, they removed, as a protest, purely symbolic protest, they removed the sign of rupee that the NDA government had brought about. Earlier, it used to be in English, RS. The NDA government, once Mr. Modi came to power, they started the raw, the alphabet raw of Hindi, so which is in Devanagari technically. So Tamil Nadu government decided as protest to remove that, and instead they put Ru, the Tamil alphabet, and that has become now another issue. And Nirmala Sitharaman, who is also from Tamil Nadu, the finance minister of NDA government at the center, now she jumps because Dharmendra Pradhan's language was considered rather, unparliamentary. So they brought Nirmala Sitharaman, who's obviously a very educated person. She was a student at one time in Jawaharlal Nehru University, who has studied economics. And, she has been the finance minister in the past, the defense minister. In fact, although she has never contested Lok Sabha, but within the BJP hierarchy, she is kind of very important, maybe in the top 5, right? So she was brought to attack Stalin. And she, again, the choice of words, I mean, what the Tamil Nadu government has done in the budget by changing, the character Ra, the Devanagari term to Ru, is purely symbolic, and she uses the term secessionist, secessionism. I mean, she uses the term secessionist against the Tamil Nadu government, as if Tamil Nadu is trying to secede from India or is threatening to do so, which is, again, carrying the debate, making it worse than it was. So each time a central government minister of NDA comes, instead of trying to bring down the temperature on this imposition of Hindi versus Tamil issue, instead of understanding the whole history, in fact, in a few video podcasts in the past, I try to give the whole history, that how this entire issue of imposition of Hindi has been very, very old in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu schools basically have a two-language formula, Tamil and English for Tamil students, and English and some other language for non-Tamil students in the government schools. Obviously, let me give at another angle to this. One of the arguments is that why was this three-language formula even in the past attempted by Congress governments, let's say from the time of Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, when he became the prime minister. At that time, although it was not spelled out, the attempt was to have a three-language formula, English, another Indian language, and a mother tongue. And the idea then was, at least in the minds of the people, that the southern languages will be taught as a third language in the northern schools. So therefore, in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, maybe Gujarat, Punjab, other areas, students will try and learn Tamil or Telugu or Kannadiga or Malayalam, one of the South Indian languages, as a third language. And the students in the South will then attempt to learn, let's say, Tamil, English, and maybe Hindi or some other language, maybe my mother tongue, Maithili, or Bangla or Punjabi. But the whole thing totally failed. And the result was, and the fault was, the North Indian states. None of the North Indian states tried to teach any of the South Indian languages in their educational curriculum. Now, so therefore, obviously there's a reaction. The idea was to make it, in a way, a sort of, building bridges across states. That was the idea, from north to south, so that we integrate India, where the northerners learn the richness of the southern languages. Tamil Nadu, Tamil has perhaps the richest literature, aside from Sanskrit. Almost they parallel each other. If you know the history, how Rishi Agastya, he kind of did that bridge between Sanskrit and Tamil. Both were incredibly rich literatures. In fact, much before Ramayan was written by Valmiki, but much before Ramayan was written in Hindi by Tulsidas ji, almost in the 15th century. Much before that, Ramayan was written in Tamil. It was written in Telugu. It was written in other languages, even Assamese, Bangla, and several other languages before it was written in Hindi by Tulsidas ji. So that's the richness of Indian sort of culture all across, from north to south, east to west. Now that diversity, if that is not maintained, if that mosaic and the richness of Indian culture is not brought out by central ministers, the finance minister, the education minister, if they are not aware, I don't think they are fit to be finance minister or education minister. Instead of bringing down the temperature, instead of unifying the southern and the northern states, they are actually burning sort of further fires into this conflict that has taken place, and the conflict is getting worse. And remember, the Tamil Nadu assembly elections is only in 2026, uh, somewhere around the summer, April. So we have more than 1 year, 2 months. And then the Home Minister goes to Coimbatore, stokes this entire new education policy. And then on top of that comes the politics of delimitation. Now, that is another issue that we have gone in the past. So I will not linger here on that issue, but merely mention that delimitation is seen as a threat by the southern states, that the fact that they have progressed in terms of their population control, their high literacy, their education, modernization, whereas the northern states have been a laggard. And compared to the south, in fact, the per capita income of the southern states is more than double than that of per capita income of the northern states. If you just take out Gujarat and Delhi from and maybe Punjab from the northern states, I think it will fall below sort of half that of the southern states. So the engine of growth, the engine of tax are the southern states, and Tamil Nadu, as I have pointed out in my last video podcast, that even the highest sort of policy making body, in this case the Niti Aayog, has pointed out that Tamil Nadu is a front runner. I went into details last time. I will do that again in a future video. But Tamil Nadu is in some people point out, it is merely, let's say, a metaphor, but they say that Tamil Nadu is the China of India. It's the powerhouse of India. It's the engine of India's economic growth, especially in industrial policy, automobiles or other kinds of, for example, industries, even cell phones and all kinds of industries where India is sort of surging ahead. That's precisely where Tamil Nadu is leading India. If you go abroad, where I have stayed abroad for over 20 years. I remember I was a doctoral student at University of California, Los Angeles. The Department of Electrical Engineering at UCLA, the joke was that the lingua franca is either Tamil or Chinese. Most of the students coming from India would be Tamils or Chinese. So that was the joke. So what I'm pointing out, the dominance, of Tamil Nadu and the southern states, wherever you go, even if you go to Middle East, where I stayed for a decade, or you go to England or America, it's the Tamil students are generally some of the brightest. So and quite a majority of them have come out from that two-language formula, knowing Tamil and English. So what is the point today in imposing Hindi? In fact, Chief Minister Stalin has pointed out that we oppose Hindi because you impose Hindi on us. So he has been very, very candid about it. And this entire controversy is, at one level, people are arguing, oh my God, it is going to lead to sort of India is becoming vulnerable to what happened at one time in Sri Lanka. Remember that whole fight between Sinhala and Tamils. They are saying, we hope that doesn't happen in India between the north and the south. And at another level, the whole issue is leading to the politics of isolation of the BJP inside Tamil Nadu. Why? Because, as I pointed out, even the Anna DMK, the main rival party of the DMK, has sided with Chief Minister Stalin on this issue. There was an all-party meet called by Chief Minister Stalin, but the only two parties who did not attend were the Bharatiya Janata Party and TMC. In this case, Tamil Manila Congress, which is, hardly exists. It's a little rump Tamil Manila Congress at one time Chidambaram was part of it. Mupanar was part of it. Mupanar is no more. Chidambaram is in Congress party. That party is almost sort of finished. So in a way, BJP is isolated on that issue, and politically, I don't think, as a psephologist, I don't think BJP is going to gain much in Tamil Nadu. So what is the purpose of trying to sort of push this three-language formula, other than a myth of what I would call Hindi, Hindu, Hindustan kind of nationalism, a kind of uniform, trying to impose a uniform policy all over India, disrespecting India's federalism, its diversity of various cultures. And in the private schools in Tamil Nadu, anyway, if they have the funds, when there are more sort of North Indian students there, they teach a Hindi. So it's the government schools which don't have the fund for a third language. And frankly speaking, even when I went to school, the imposition of a third language, sometimes it's forced on you, because it's neither your mother tongue nor English, which helps you to get a job. So why this attempt to force this Hindi on Tamil Nadu, where, as we know the history, in the 1960s, more than 70 people died because of this, anti-Hindi agitation. So as time is running out, let me conclude that this imposition of Hindi on Tamil Nadu via the new education policy, a backdoor policy, because BJP says we are not saying Hindi, any third language. But the point is, from 1930s till today, Tamil schools have followed the two-language formula and done better than North Indian schools in terms of all educational performance. And as I said, the Niti Aayog points out in the latest report, in terms of majority indicators of development, Tamil Nadu is the front-runner state. In fact, the number one state in several issues like removal of poverty and others. So I think the BJP, the national government, should withdraw this imposition of new education policy, should come to senses, not use language such as secession against Tamil Nadu, not use language such as uncivilized against Tamil Nadu MPs. They should have a dialogue. The Prime Minister must step in, talk to the Chief Minister, and come to a resolution. This, in fact, the bigger fight is going to be not right now, the more dangerous fight, or the more, let's say, volatile fight is going to be on the politics of delimitation, where the DMK is insisting, and the other states, Karnataka has joined them in insisting that 1971 census should be followed for redistricting, for delimitation of constituencies, so that the southern states do not face underrepresentation and the northern states should not get overrepresentation. We will discuss again these issues in a future video. We'll go into more details, but thank you very much, and do tune into our future videos, where we are going to cover this issue that is almost ripping India apart. Thank you very much.